winning Super Bowl 32, there was no question the Denver Broncos had both the talent and the temperament to win back-to-back world championships.
What time is it? Game time!
Are we coming out through? Good.
Denver featured an aggressive and relentless defense that dominated opponents. Head coach and offensive mastermind Mike Shanahan guided the Broncos' offense.
Okay, let's go triple cross for the next circuit. Rock left.
Shanahan put many of the NFL's greatest players in position to make plays and made the Broncos' offense one of pro football's most exciting. The pressure of winning never affected the Broncos' sense of humor.
Okay, strong right tight. Let's go with a box 2 all go. Just joke.
B-R-O-N-V-O-S, Brussels.
But on the long road back to another Super Bowl, it would take the determined excellence of each player and coach for the Broncos to go back-to-back. Before the Broncos embarked on another championship chase, in April the team was recognized for their stunning victory over the Packers in Super Bowl 32. In a White House ceremony, the Broncos were honored for their dramatic first world championship. The greatness this team achieved finally earned the Broncos the national respect it had always deserved for being one of pro football's elite franchises. This trip proved to be the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Because after being saluted for what they had achieved in the past, the Broncos started preparing for a future that would see their legend grow to larger than life.
Oh, thank you, Al.
You the man, Elmo.
No, you the man.
No, you the man.
You the man.
You the man.
No, you the man.
No, I'm the football.
Championships are won in January, but teams that win them are constructed in the July and August heat of summer camp. If Denver was to survive the road back to the Super Bowl, it would take the commitment of the entire team and a head coach like Mike Shanahan, who would not allow for complacency.
Man, the one thing we're going to have to do as a team is learn how to finish plays. But doing what we did today, man, was a farce. That's not the way we operate around here. You guys want to be a 500 football team? That's the way we're going right now. You guys got to pick it up.
The Broncos picked it up right from the start.
Woo! Smoking.
Let's go. We got a chance for a big one. Box 2 all go.
Box 2 double go.
In the Monday night opener against the Patriots, John Elway's first pass said it all.
He's going deep. McCaffrey's wide open. McCaffrey, great catch. What a way to open the 98 season.
But we hit the backside post. Great eye. They brought the house.
Denver's defense also brought the house, only theirs landed on Patriots quarterback Drew Bledsoe. 2 sacks by Bill Romanowski and another by Ma'a Tanovasa helped the Broncos to its 4th straight opening day win. Terrell Davis scored twice, and what seemed to be one small step for this team would prove to be a giant leap towards back-to-back championships. In Week 2, Denver scored touchdowns on its first 5 possessions.
I see one ton.
Blue 18-T. Tonight.
Elway with Davis behind him. Handoff, Davis cuts back. Davis bouncing left side. Here we go, 40. Midfield, it's a foot race. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown!
Yeah!
Terrell Davis solidified his place as the best runner in the game with long scoring runs on consecutive carries.
Here we go! He's gone! Touchdown, Denver! And Terrell Davis, the last two times he's touched the football, has gone 63 and 59 yards.
TD finished with 191 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, is he? Oh, good.
The game's best tight end, Shannon Sharp, added 2 more scores as the Broncos blew out the Cowboys 42-23.
Shannon Sharp, 5, touchdown!
John Elway riddled the Cowboys for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. If anything, the defending world champions appeared even stronger, and when their Hall of Fame quarterback was hobbled with a pulled hamstring, this team had the depth to keep on winning. Bubby Brister subbed brilliantly for Elway against the Raiders, coming off the bench and throwing 2 touchdown passes.
The drop, intercepted, Ray Crockett, 30.
The silver and black were no match for the defending world champions, 34-17.
Crockett, 20, 15, Prances, 10, 5, very slowly, 2, 1, 69 yards in the play. Touchdown, Denver, and that's a backbreaker.
The next week in Washington, Denver's punishing defense helped crush the Redskins 38-16.
Again, drop back, pressure as he throws, hits. That's going to be Darian Gordon, 40, 35-30, 25-20. See you later. Gordon is in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
It was the first Broncos victory in a game that John Elway didn't start in 10 years and gave the franchise its second straight undefeated September.
Touchdown, Terrell Davis.
Oh, good. We got what we want.
Shanahan liked what he saw from the beginning against the Eagles. The Broncos easily won their 5th straight, scoring a team record 28 points in the first quarter. Terrell Davis scored twice, although he only played the first half.
168 yards. Bad afternoon.
Tiger, come back. I want you to run a takeoff, okay? Run the arrow takeoff, because we ain't got time to check it. If you get cover 8 or something, work right on the takeoff. Okay.
Bubby Brister threw 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Rod Smith, as the Broncos breezed by Philadelphia, then began preparing to play in one of the league's loudest stadiums, Seattle's Kingdome. To counter the Seahawks' noisy home field advantage, the Broncos use a silent snap, something they practice by turning up a one-of-a-kind CD.
This is just a CD we had made just for Broncos crowd noise. And recorded that, I think, last year at the Cincinnati game down the south end zone at Mile High.
We tried to get the Broncos' offensive line to explain the silent snap, but they've taken this silence thing to a new level. So here's how it works. Center Tom Nalen looks between his legs at Elway. When number 7 is ready, he raises his foot. Seeing this, Nalen hesitates, then snaps the ball. Amid the deafening roar of the Kingdome, Elway would use Denver's silent communication to perfection.
Equals, okay? Tom, you go wing, okay? You guys think it's shotgun, trips right, lift the board, he's down to it.
For the 6th time in 6 games, the Broncos scored first.
In the pocket, plenty of time, Elway. Deep down the middle of the field for Rod Smith. Smith's got it! Inside the 10, 5, touchdown!
Touchdown passes to Rod Smith and Shannon Sharp helped build the lead, and defenders like Trevor Price, Harold Hasselbeck, Neil Smith, and rookie Eric Brown ended Seattle's comeback hopes for good in the game's final minutes.
Snap is good, no pressure.
Steps up, has to be intercepted, Clint Cadrez. Cadrez has got the ball at the 32-yard line.
The first career interception by Glenn Cadrez allowed the Broncos MVP to wrap up the win.
You just hold the rod
You put the damn game. You put the game away.
Ran to the attack.
Got to be Terrell Davis, does it not? It is. Left side, TD. Here we go. 30, 35, 40 foot race. So long.
Davis's 208 yards represented the second highest single-game rushing total of his career, and his fourth quarter score moved him into first place in Broncos history for rushing touchdowns. At 6-0, the Broncos had the unmistakable look of a team intent upon going back-to-back.
You know, the thing is, it's hard work being a champion. We just make it look easy.
Week 7 brought the Jacksonville Jaguars into Mile High.
Love these big games. Huge.
Oh, you want to be the best, you got to be the best. This it right here. Somebody get knocked out today.
Someone did get knocked out, but it wasn't the Broncos. Denver's defensive pressure made open receivers hard to find everywhere, except the Broncos' bench. Sorry, John, but that pass was... Ed McCaffrey scored the game's first touchdown.
Elway drops straight back. Nice time. Fires from the middle. McCaffrey 10. McCaffrey hit at the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown!
With his stunning concentration, number 87 made his 8th NFL season his best ever. John Elway threw pass number 7,000 of his career, second only to Dan Marino, and 3 more rushing touchdowns by TD brought his career count to 50. But the highlight of the day tied a 28-year-old NFL record.
Spotted at the Bronco 47-yard line. Snap a little high. Elam's kick.
The line drive. It's got enough distance. It is. 63 yards.
Jason Elam's spectacular kick. Rock-solid defense. And an explosive offense added up to Denver's 7th straight win.
TD 30, 25, 20. Touchback inside 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Oh, what a run! What a run by Terrell Davis! How many tackles did he break on that baby? 37 yards on the run. 3rd touchdown of the day for TD. And it couldn't have come at a bigger time.
3rd guy in the history of the game to get over 1,000 yards in the 7th game. In the history of the game, TD. I forgot something. I'm sorry, Jason.
No kidding.
We kind of forget about kickers most of the time.
Let's do it, Keith.
But what do you guys think? Tied the record, longest field goal in the history of the game, 63 yards.
In Cincinnati, Week 8, an offensive line that featured Harry Swain, Dan Neal, David Diaz-Infante, and Pro Bowlers Tom Nalen, Mark Schlareth, and Tony Jones made sure that Terrell Davis rushed for more than 100 yards for the 7th straight game. John Elway had the time to deliver tight spirals to Pro Bowl targets like Ed McCaffrey and tight end Shannon Sharp, along with others like Byron Chamberlain and Rod Smith. In the Broncos' toughest game thus far, a combination of confidence and opportunistic hustle proved to be too much for the Bengals to overcome.
Play fake, going in the pocket, being pressured, rolls to his right. John loads it up into the end zone. McCaffrey wide open, touchdown!
Tied at 26 in the final 2 minutes, number 7 did what he has always done best, lead the Broncos to victory with the game on the line. But with so many weapons from which to choose, the outcome of Elway's 46th game-winning drive proved to be both dramatic and predictable.
seconds remaining. Elway turns, hands off Davis. Running left, trying to get outside. Davis to the goal line. Did he get in? Yes! Touchdown, Denver! And with 58 seconds remaining, this crowd is stunned.
Denver's return home in Week 9 would present Terrell Davis with some additional challenges.
I'm ready to do this. Let's do this. Ooh, it's freezing out there. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm on your team. I'm on your team. I'm there. I'm there.
You ready to roll, Tom?
Yep. Another work day. Another work day. It's just football, man. It's like getting cold. This is what you used to see. I used to see Broncos growing up, man. Come on.
But no test was bigger than San Diego's top-ranked defense.
We said it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. Let's go.
H2 run on one, right?
I like that safety, my boy.
As advertised, the Chargers proved to be tough against the run. But TD's versatility proved to be just as difficult to stop.
Hey, Rush. Hey, watch all that late hitting now.
Well, that's what I had to fly for last time.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
I hit
it.
you right in the head with the helmet last time.
I appreciate it, man.
For the first time in 7 games, TD was held to under 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Damn. Yeah, ran over again. Woo. There's a freak.
No, Terrell! No, Terrell!
7. Come on, we're in the red zone. We're in the red zone. Put 7 on the board. Let's get 7. Let's get 7. Let's get 7. Let's get 7, baby.
Make it 15. Roll back past it. Run it back on one.
But while the Chargers succeeded in limiting number 30's ground output, they couldn't prevent him from scoring the game's first touchdown.
Play fake as Brister rolls right, looks back left, throws a wide open Terrell Davis, touchdown.
They got a bunch of athletic brothers on that squad, man.
They're stopping everything we're doing inside, putting the hammer on him. You guys got to beat him outside to get him out.
I know, baby. Hey, baby. We got to open that passing game wide ass open. They bringing fire from the side.
With his blocking, Davis demonstrated why he's the most complete back in football.
You see TD blocking in there?
Good job, Bobby. Good job, baby. Great job. Great job. Keep pushing up front. We'll break one. We'll break one. They bringing too much pressure up front. We'll break one.
The eternal optimist, Davis never gives up on a run and always seems to be just one broken tackle away from going the distance.
Eddie came in motion, right?
Okay, yeah.
If they keep him over there, there was nobody over there. You just seal that outside man, I'm gone.
Chargers with a blitz on his way. Handoff Davis. Here he goes. 25-20. Cuts to his left. 15, 10, 5. Davis to the pylon. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Denver.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that was sweet. Good job, bud. Hell yeah. That was sweet.
With Bubby Brister subbing for an injured Elway, the Broncos pulled away in the second half.
Wide seam, X skinny on one, right?
Denver can blow this thing wide open. First and goal from the 7. Brister rolls right. Steps up inside. A defender lobs it on the end zone. McCaffrey back of the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, what a great catch by Eddie McCaffrey. His arms extended full length above his head, tiptoeing to the back of the end zone. McCaffrey with the touchdown. And Denver extends the lead.
The next week in Kansas City, a Monday night audience watched Bubby win his 4th game as a starter while doing his best Terrell Davis impersonation.
Bobby Brister looking like Marlon Briscoe inside the 25, 20, 15, 10. Brister inside the 5. Touchdown. Wow.
Broncos rookies like Marcus Nash got a crash course in the Kansas City-Denver rivalry. But it was Terrell Davis who delivered the knockout blow.
Hand off on the crossbuck. Here goes Terrell Davis. Big hole. TD still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
The The special teams also chipped in as Tom Ruin's towering punts propelled players like George Coghill, Detron Smith, and Darius Johnson. When the dust finally settled, the Broncos had wrapped up their 10th straight, 30-7.
Hey, if you leave now, you get a head start on traffic. If you leave right now, you get a head start on traffic. So get up.
Denver's return matchup with the Raiders in Week 11 was even more dominating than the first, as Ma'a Tanovasa, Alfred Williams, and Marvin Washington pressured Oakland until they snapped.
Four-man rush, short drop, Hollis, pass going to be picked off. Here goes Braxton. Braxton is going to score. Midfield, 40, 35-30. Get in, Chicken. 25, he cuts back. Chicken, 10. One to beat. Mylar, he didn't get in. Chicken soup. Chip ran out of gas.
After missing 2 starts with bad ribs, John Elway showed why he was one of the game's toughest competitors as he returned to lead the Broncos to a 40-14 win over the Silver and Black.
Push the rod outside on 21 and go part of wing left, point Y option, pivot, rod takeoff. Come rod.
Elway looks over the Raider defense, drops straight back. Pressure is on. John buys some time, lost one down the left sideline. Rod Smith, touchdown! Oh, what a great job by Rod Smith battling an Oakland defender.
With a club record 11 wins,
Hey! That's it!
Denver traveled to San Diego looking for number 12. The Broncos wrapped up their 9th AFC West crown against the Chargers, thanks to another unbeatable game plan.
Solo left, B left, 323 scan, Y stick look. Oh, it's going to be wide open. It is going to be wide open. Come on.
John rolls to his right. Good protection. Now stops. Throws. Wide open. McCaffrey. 5. Touchdown. Yeah! Touchdown, Denver.
Hey, let's go.
John Elway fired 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Ed McCaffrey, 1 to Rod Smith, and 1 more to Shannon Sharp on a play that was vintage Elway.
4:44 left in the third. Elway's in the gun. Chargers rush 3 this time. Straight zone. Elway, plenty of time. Pumps once. Avoids a tackle in the backfield. Still on his feet. Into the end zone. To the back of the end zone. Catch. Shannon Sharp. Touchdown. What a great catch. Touchdown, Denver.
How about John Elway? John Elway's about to get sacked. Avoids the rush. Spins out of it. Steps back up into pressure.
Denver became only the 4th team in NFL history to start the season 12-0. But in Week 13, the Broncos showed signs of strain in a rematch with the Chiefs. Twice in the first half, Kansas City built 14-point leads.
Oh, no!
But each time, the Broncos would strike back.
Slot, 3 interjet, drag, slant, line. I want.
By halftime, Elway and his acrobatic receiving corps had tied the game at 21.
This one's not over. Elway, short drop, looks right, throws right, wide open. McCaffrey, end zone, touchdown, Denver! And the Broncos aren't dead.
98!
Be alert there. Be alert there.
But trailing by 10 in the 4th quarter, Denver again proved it had the heart to come back.
Throws, pass, caught, Willie Green. First down, Green, still running. Green breaks away, 20, 15, 10. Green inside the 5 to the goal line. He'll be marked down inside the 1.
TD's 3rd TD of the day pulled Denver to within 3 points. Then it was up to the master of late-game heroics.
Shotgun, far double wing left. Point, fullback option. Come back outside on one-on-one. Yeah. Oh, you got all go.
This place is loud. Will it beat Davis? No. Play fake. Elway pressure. Steps up. Wide open. Sharp. End zone. Touchdown, Denver! Touchdown, Broncos. They're in the lead. Great job. The streak's not done yet, folks. Great job.
Elway's 47th game-saving performance gave Denver the lead, but the defense preserved it.
Blitzes on Gannon. Short drop. Atwater's got him. Sack! And the Broncos are going to win their 13th straight of the year. You don't think this matters to these Denver players? They're celebrating like they won the AFC Championship and are about to go to the Super Bowl. Back to back. Let's go home.
The unbeaten streak matters, and it's going to continue at least for another week.
In the shadow of the Big Apple, the Broncos met the Giants. By now, however, the pressures of maintaining a perfect season were starting to show.
You got a lot of gray hair, dude.
Thanks.
Lucky you're married, boy.
Way to get me going.
You got some gray hair.
Our double wing left. Point dagger, wide shallow cross. I want ready. Dealer there.
Denver's explosive offense was rocked as the game settled into a ferocious defensive battle. Trailing 13-9 with barely 4 minutes to play, the Broncos pulled together for one last run at perfection.
We got to do it. We got to do it now. We got to do it.
Right here. Smart and hard and move it down.
Come on, baby.
They're right, F left outside, 19 handoff weak. Come on.
McCaffrey right, Smith left. Wonder if this is Terrell Davis time here. Yes, it is. Left side, TD.
Nice hold, Terrell, 25. Terrell breaks the tackle, 10, 5, touchdown, Denver!
That's the way to block, baby. That's what.
Though weakened by the flu, Terrell Davis courageously competed, running for 147 yards and Denver's only touchdown. In the end, however, it wouldn't be enough.
Come on, get him now, get him. That's it now, come on. Come on,
Again, the
defense,
shotgun.
come
See
on
if Denver
now.
puts some pressure on him. Yep, they bring 6 this time. Graham steps up 20 times. Home run ball down the right sideline. Well covered. Fought for the end zone. It is a touchdown, New York, to Amani Toomer.
This is it. This is the game right here.
Denver had one final Hail Mary.
What is it?
And there's one last shot for number 7 in the Broncos. 3 receivers left. John, plenty of time. Lofts one. Hail Mary into the end zone. Here we go, folks. Ball batted up. Incomplete. The game is over. The streak is done. The Giants have beaten the Broncos 20-16.
The following week in Miami, Von Hebron returned the kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown. The first Broncos kickoff return for a score in 26 years. But by now, the wear and tear on the road to another Super Bowl had taken a physical toll.
Just so you know, John said his hip flexor's bothering him. Just so you know, he said he can go with it.
Well, what does that mean? Can he go or not go?
Yeah, he can go. He won't come out. I told him to quit running if he could, but
Elway gutted it out. Denver fought hard until the end. But when it ended, Terrell Davis was held to 29 yards, and the Broncos tasted defeat once again. Though battered, Denver's back-to-back goals were still alive.
Our whole goal was to come in here and to get home field advantage and to hopefully put ourselves in another position to get another championship. It was never to be undefeated, but I think we're still on course and we still have our goals in sight. And so it happened. It's gone. Let's just move on.
Back to back, we rise again.
Turn our house. The road to the Super Bowl is today, baby. Do it, baby. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate.
In the final game of the regular season, the Broncos regained their stride.
Seattle's worn out, and Terrell is running like it's the first game of the regular season.
Suddenly, every part of the Denver machine was back in sync. John Elway proved that while age may slow a man down, determination can still produce magic. Elway threw for 4 touchdown passes, bringing his career total to 300. He also finished the season as the NFL's second all-time leading passer with over 51,000 yards.
So touchdown, Shannon Sharp.
But on a day of milestone achievements, the biggest belonged to the NFL's most valuable player.
Well, everybody here at Mile High Stadium, and there are 74,057 of you in the seats, about to witness a bit of NFL history. Terrell Davis can become only the 4th player in NFL history to go over 2,000 yards. He is 7 yards shy of that mark. He's behind Elway by himself. He takes the handoff, running left. Terrell breaks a tackle. He's got it. There it is. Terrell Davis is mobbed by his teammates on the sideline. He has just become only the 4th player in NFL history to go over 2,000 yards in a single season. And a standing ovation by the Bronco faithful here at Mile High Stadium as everybody chants TD. Davis, he's got 178 today. What a great, great player. He joins Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, and O.J. Simpson in the 2,000-yard club.
Powered by the best runner in the game today, the Broncos regained their purpose and finished the season with a club record 14 victories.
I want to give this TD 2,008 yards rushing for the season.
Now it was time to make back-to-back more than just a dream.
Our goal is to be Super Bowl champs, and it's a long haul, and we've had a good run so far, and hopefully we can play our best football once we get to the playoffs.
In the divisional playoffs, John Elway and the Broncos faced Dan Marino and a Miami Dolphin team that had battered them earlier. What a difference 3 weeks made. This time it was all Denver, as the defending world champions literally dominated the Dolphins. Denver knows a thoroughbred when it sees one, and that's what it has in TD.
Counter left side, big hole. TD, here we go. 30, 35, 40, foot race. Midfield, into Dolphin territory to the 40. 35, 30, 20, to the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 62 yards. TD is well on his way to a monster afternoon.
Powered by the game's best offensive line in Tom Nalen, Dan Neal, Tony Jones, Harry Swain, Matt Lepsis, Wayne Coswell, and Mark Schlereth, TD carved out 199 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns.
Here comes Davis, gets a good walk from Chamberlain. TD cuts back again. 10, 5. He will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
Denver's defense dominated the Dolphins by giving up only 14 yards rushing. They also forced 4 turnovers, including an interception by linebacker Bill Romanowski. Denver's imposing D finished off a 38-3 rout in style.
Blitz on its way. Quick throw. Pass right side is going to be caught and fumbled. Denver's got the ball, and nobody's blown it dead. And here goes Neil Smith. Smith chugging for all his worth down the west sideline. Gets a block. Neil Smith, I believe, is going to score. 10, 5, touchdown.
The Broncos' punishing performance could be summed up in one word.
How does it feel? Super Bowl gonna be at their house and they ain't even invited. Hey, Super Bowl gonna be at their house and they ain't even invited.
The Broncos rolled through Miami on their way to Miami and a trip back to the league championship game.
There's only one way you win championships, and that's with great defense. Congratulations, man.
AFC Championship, the challenge of facing the New York Jets was compounded by Mother Nature, as throughout the day gusting winds would challenge even the tightest spirals.
Come on, Bobby, get it there, would you? Which way is it blowing? It's almost straight across, isn't it? These defensive coordinators, they're in hog heaven. John, the wind's pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot stronger out there, too.
I know.
We understand now the wind gusts got up to 45 miles per hour, so it's not a good day to fly a kite and not a great day to throw a football.
In the first half, the Broncos were shut out and nearly crashed in the turbulent winds of Mile High. By the third quarter, the Jets had taken a 10-0 lead.
Snap is good. Pressure on, and they block it. Jets have got the ball at the 1-yard line.
But just when the situation appeared lost, Denver regrouped, reloaded, then went on the attack.
What do you think?
Yeah, and I think we've got to, we got to make himself throw himself through this. You know what I mean? Run, throw on third down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Throw the ball.
Okay, solo right F short, past 18 handoffs, Vinny cross.
Handoff. Nope, play fake. Elway deep in the pocket. Loads it up. Got McCaffrey wide open. McCaffrey's inside the 20-yard line.
Flank to stand, flanker drive Texas. Strong right F short.
John short drop. Plenty of time. Throws. Pass over the middle. Caught. Howard Griffin to the goal line. Touchdown, Denver.
The winds of fate shifted dramatically on the kickoff.
Elam with the kick. It's high and it's short. Megan hurries up. Lets it hit. The ball's free. That ball's a free ball. Denver's got it.
Come on, this is such a big kick.
This sudden reversal set up the first of 3 clutch field goals.
Yeah! Oh!
The hits started adding up. Denver's defense forced 6 turnovers and turned the game over to TD and his unrelenting offensive line.
With that run, Terrell Davis now ties John Riggins for the most consecutive postseason 100-yard performances.
Fittingly, TD delivered the game's deciding play.
Hit it! Come on! Toss left side, TD. Terrell squares, he's got the first down, and a big hole. Terrell, 15, 10, 8, touchdown! All right! Can you say MVP?
Protecting a 23-10 lead in the fourth quarter, Denver's battle-proven defense ensured a return trip to the Super Bowl.
And the Denver Broncos are going back to the Super Bowl. They are AFC champions for the second consecutive year. You can make your reservations for Miami.
All right, way to go! Great job, baby.
Oh, they got me good. That was great. We come up big in the second half or what? Oh.
The AFC Championship trophy was still in good hands, thanks to John Elway, who took one final and highly emotional Mile High Stadium curtain call.
I love you!
Take a run around the field. Yeah. Hey, you do it with the trophy.
I can't carry it that far.
Okay, run around.
No single player has ever symbolized an NFL franchise more than the Magnificent Seven. Long before Denver had Major League Baseball or a National Hockey League champion, it had Elway, a player of such greatness that he made his team and town champions. In his 16th and final superb season, the champs were on their way back to defend their title.
That's round 2. Felt good to win that AFC, but what we talked about before, there's one goal we've had from day one, and that's that Super Bowl. Enjoy the win, But we're coming back with one thing in mind, and that's that second ring. Get ready for those Atlanta Falcons, man. Okay?
Hey, get a chance this right here. Here's the best coach in the NFL, period. Yeah, period.
You sure you're going to remember this tomorrow?
I'm going to remember this. Hey, all week we ate Crows and Jets. They're great. They're awesome. What about the Broncos?
Groovin' on a Sunday afternoon.
Come on, house, let's rock it.
In Super Bowl 33, John Elway became the first quarterback to ever start in 5 different Super Bowls, while Denver's opponent would experience pro football's biggest game for the first time.
Super Bowl. Not bad.
The Atlanta Falcons were the NFC's surprise entry. The Broncos were where they were supposed to be, and they refused to let the magnitude of the event dwarf their goal of going back-to-back.
If you're scared, get a dog. Know what I mean? I'm dog free, so that means I ain't scared.
Wake up, baby! Wake up! Give me some! Warm up like a Super Bowl champ. Warm up like a Super Bowl champ. Then play like a Super Bowl champ.
That's what we work. This is what we play so hard for. Just remember, we can't win it in the first quarter, second quarter. We got to play 60 minutes of Bronco football. We'll be world champs. Let's go Broncos on 3. 1, 2, 3. Broncos!
Who's going to call your toss?
We got a sign. No. Terrell Davis, I believe.
Good.
Ask Terrell. He'll do it.
Super Bowl 33 is underway.
All week.
Chandler drops straight back, pressure, and he's down. Romanowski's got him, and down he goes at the 17-yard line.
Great job, Bill.
From the start, the Falcons concentrated on taking Terrell Davis out of the game, believing that at the age of 38, Elway couldn't beat them. They were
Snap
wrong.
is good. 4-man rush. Elway with a little pass. Caught Rod Smith into Falcon territory. Breaks a tackle down the sideline. Inside the 35. Inside the 30.
Oh, come on, man. Get in the end zone.
3-step drop for Elway. Slam pattern's going to be caught by Shannon Sharp. Eludes 1 to 5. Sharp to the goal line. And a fine bit of running by Shannon Sharp after the catch.
Though Sharp was lost to injury, his effort set up the first of 2 Howard Griffith touchdowns. However, thanks to the most imaginative mind in pro football today, the fireworks in Super Bowl 33 were just beginning.
Was this a safety right here with the zone dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that corner, that's Bradford over there.
Okay. Well, that'll be great, because if they do that and we do go with our arrow or something, they're dead. I think right here, the way they're near left slot, if we'll go fake 15 quarterback, keep pass right, the way they're playing. I want to go near left with a C counter motion, fake 19-handed quarterback, keep pass right, X post. Oh, it's going to be wide open. It is going to be wide open.
Red 28! Red 28, hut!
Come on.
Elway boots and rolls to his right, stops, loads it up, throws down deep the middle of the field. Rod Smith's got it! Here we go! 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Rod Smith, Denver touchdown.
Go ahead.
And he beat Eugene Robinson on the play. 80 yards for John Elway.
Rod Smith somehow got singled up. Nice play action. Looked like Elway was going to roll. Usually on that play, Smith breaks outside, came back inside. Robinson, who's supposed to have middle containment, just got beat and then outrun. Boy, a lot of dirty birds stunned right now.
As he had done throughout the season, Rod Smith produced a spectacular play when it counted most. Only this one would springboard the Broncos to another world title.
Let's go. Let's bury him now. Bury him.
Oh, hell yeah, Jay! Oh, hell yeah!
Keep them going.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't let up, man. You got a game. You got to get that defensive roll on the roll. Look what you guys done in the playoffs.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Give up a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You can't get up a touchdown. You haven't yet. You're not gonna. Come on.
Denver's defense rose to this challenge as Greg Robinson's gang dominated the Falcons' vaunted running game. In the first quarter, Denver's defense was tested when Atlanta chose to gamble on 4th and 1 instead of kicking a field goal.
Moss, right side, bounce deep as Anderson. He's in trouble, and the Broncos have him. Yeah! Big play by the Broncos defense. Glenn Kadrez and Keith Traylor. A 3-yard loss in the play, and the Denver defense comes up big.
All night long, the Broncos D came up big. Whether pressuring the Falcon passer or preventing touchdowns, the Broncos rose to every challenge.
What are you doing here?
Drop 8 on him right here. Zone dog the last time, you know what I'm saying? We might get one on the bunch.
There were many exceptional defensive plays, but few were bigger than Keith Traylor's deflection of a pass that produced a Darian Gordon interception. Gordon intercepted 2 passes in the second half, while Darius Johnson came up huge on another.
Hey, there he is! Darian, go to the middle!
First and 10 Atlanta with exactly 13 minutes. Clock runs in the fourth. 24-6 Denver. The ball at the Bronco 26. Chandler throws to the end zone. Pass is going to be picked off, and Darian Gordon.
3 straight Falcon possessions ended with an interception.
Porter still on his feet. He's into Atlanta territory.
And on the third one, Elway would make the Falcons pay.
Do we go after? What do you think? We go after him? Want to go after him? X deep cross, Y seam. H2.
So Denver in great field position once again at the Falcon 48. You wonder if they'll go for the home run ball here.
Ran the next time.
Elway, play fake, deep in the pocket, pressures. John steps up, dumps it. Pass is going to be caught. Terrell Davis. He's going to have a first down, and down the sideline it goes. TD is going to be inside the 20, inside the 15, and knocked out of bounds. They say he didn't have any speed. He looked like he was electrified on that one.
He made it shake, and I don't know, I think it was Eugene Robinson. Robinson trying to square the shoulders, hits, just shoot, dives, and then they have to run him out of bounds way down the field.
It had been a demanding day for the league's MVP, Terrell Davis. Shadowed by a defense determined to stop him, yards came hard for number 30.
2 jet solid, halfback choice.
Though slowed by cramps, number 30 toughed it out. And behind the blocking of Howard Griffith, the best fullback in football, TD kept attacking Atlanta's swarming defense. Late in the fourth quarter, Davis was finally within striking distance of an NFL playoff record.
What's that?
95 yards.
TD does? Strong left slot, S left, 19 pitch force. Hey, John, good pitch.
Terrell Davis became the only runner in NFL history to rush for over 100 yards in 8 straight playoff games. The Falcons had dared John Elway to beat them with his arm. And with 336 yards, the 3rd highest passing total in Super Bowl history, number 7 did just that. To put the game away, however, Elway would use his legs.
Okay, let's go base and go strong right, zoom, B right, C left, quarterback draw. We'll score here. Base personnel, base.
Griffith now in motion to the left. Elway with an empty backfield, runs a quarterback draw, lunges to the goal line. He is in.
Yeah!
Touchdown, John Elway and Denver. Well, we've seen that a number of times in 16 years. Elway with a design draw. He gets up with a big smile on his face, and why not?
It was fitting that the man who had been Denver's heart and soul for 16 seasons scored its final touchdown of Super Bowl 33. Leading 34-19 late in the fourth quarter.
Proud of you, bud.
Love you. Thank you.
All that was left was to orchestrate a coronation fit for an MVP.
I asked him, I said, hey, at the end of this game, you want to be on the field the last player. Would you like the tribute to get pulled? Okay? And he said, I'd like to come off the field. Okay. Okay, so you know.
However, to conduct a proper Elway send-off, Denver needed to get the ball back. And with their fourth takeaway of the Super Bowl, Denver's D set the stage for a Hall of Fame exit.
Denver's knocked the ball free, and Braxton has it.
All right! Over, man! We got him, Mike! We got him! We are world champions!
The most valuable player of Super Bowl 33 is number 7, Denver quarterback John Elway.
And they have just announced that the MVP of Super Bowl 33 is John Elway. A unanimous choice. And they are going to take a knee right now with 1 minute 23 seconds left. Elway now is going to leave the game. His helmet is off, both arms extended in the air. And if it's not his last game, it sure seems like it.
No quarterback has ever led his team to more victories, and after again reaching the pinnacle of his athletic endeavor, John Elway demonstrated courage and class by choosing to end his brilliant 16-year NFL career at the summit. Number 7's Never Say Die legacy will live and inspire forever, and will carry on in a Denver Broncos organization that he helped to make back-to-back world champions.
Love you. Oh, great job. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And Denver will become the 6th franchise in NFL history to win back-to-back Super Bowls.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, Neil. Proud of you.
Proud of you, man.
Proud of you,
Put that together.
Proud of you.
You in the elite group
now. You made it. You made it happen.
Super Bowl 33 is history. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Atlanta Falcons 34-19, and they are back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
A lot of people doubted us when we dropped 2 in December. We fought as a team, hung in there, and we 2-time world champions. That's how I want to be known. 2-time world champions. Back-to-back, baby. Back-to-back, baby. Back-to-back, baby.
This one's for you.
Never been more happy or more proud of a bunch of men in my life. When you guys came back last year, we talked about the off-season program. We talked about summer camp. We talked about being favored. And you guys never wavered. You had a bunch of men in this room that believe in each other, and you did something that most people never get a chance to do in a lifetime, and that's win 2 Super Bowls. Congratulations, everybody in here. Now, off-season starts tomorrow because we're going
back to back. Back to back. Back to back. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to
And
back.
still, undisputed heavyweight champions of the world, the Denver Broncos. Undisputed. Undisputed. And it ain't no surprise. What did you think? At the beginning of the season, what did you think? Anything less than being here and being up on this platform was unacceptable. And the same thing goes for 99. Like it or not, we will be back.
back. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 98, 99, back-to-back Super Bowl champions!
Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back, 'cause we could win forever. Back to back. Back to back. Back to back.
Edge Pro Gel presents the Denver Broncos 1998 Ultimate Performance. In Super Bowl 33, Howard Griffith scored 2 touchdowns, while Ron Smith and John Elway each scored 1, as Denver